So if the Mexican authorities do not succeed in getting the suspect or suspects extradited back to Mexico to face charges here, so does that mean that they just go free? There's nothing that can be done here in the United States?
Hey Boujee True Crimers, and welcome back to another episode of Evil Strikes. If you're new, hi, welcome. Evil Strikes is a true crime series that I just recently started where I talk about a true crime story while doing my makeup or giving a commentary. And so today's video will be commentary format. So if you enjoyed true crime in either format, join the rest of us, get comfortable, and subscribe to the channel because we have a lot more cases to talk about. So I don't know if you guys have caught wind of the latest update in Shanquella Robinson's case. So I'm going to share what we have so far, but the intro that I just played for you guys is a clip from a previous video that I made regarding this whole situation. And at the end, he specifically asked if Mexico doesn't move forward with charging the Cabo 6, would United States do it or would they go free?
So does that mean that they just go free? There's nothing that can be done here in the United States?
Which seems to be exactly what's happening. Cabo 6 are just out here roaming the streets as if they didn't just murder or assist in the death of Shanquella Robinson. So segueing into today's video, a news reporter by the name of Brandon Hamilton, which he has been shown here on this channel before. He is a WBTV news reporter, which is Charlotte, North Carolina's local news station. And he received a tip from a reliable source stating that one of the Cabo 6 members was spotted in a neighboring town and she worked at said location and got off at said time. And so Brandon was like, okay, bet, I'm pulling up. Well, he didn't say those exact words, but his actions basically said that. So let's take a look and see what happened when Brandon pulled up at the time that they said this person was supposed to be getting off from work.
Sources tipped me off to where one of those friends on their trip with Shanquella could be, Molly. And yes, we spoke quickly, but our goal was simply to ask what happened to Shanquella Robinson. From Charlotte to High Point, North Carolina. We're headed to High Point to find one of the friends of Shanquella Robinson. We received a tip on an address, so we'll see if she is willing to talk. WBTV photojournalist Noah Shun and I arrived in High Point around 4:30 on Monday afternoon to find one of the friends who was reportedly inside the hotel room with Shanquella in late October when this viral video was taken. A source said the reported friend would be leaving work around 5 p.m. I was also given a name which we're not repeating because no person around Shanquella has yet to be charged in the United States. We haven't talked to any of the friends. Their numbers have been either disconnected, no one's answering at their home addresses. So we just simply want to know again what happened to Shanquella. Right at 5 o'clock. A woman fitting her description walked out of a business. I then approached her and again we're blurring her face because no charges have been filed. This is how our conversation went. Hi, Hi, I'm work for WBTV. We're just trying to figure out what happened to Shanquella. Any comment? She closed her car door and then drove off without answering anything. And Molly, our entire conversation was no more than 10 seconds. Also today, the FBI told me its investigation continues. Now, this is separate from an investigation by Mexican authorities. The prosecutor there in Mexico has issued an arrest warrant for an unnamed friend on that trip. Molly.
So as y'all can see, we can assume that is either Winter or Elise, and more than likely that is Elise Hyatt. And I just find it so disturbing that she gets to wake up, wash her behind every day, go earn a paycheck, get her hair done, because clearly her hair is not the same like it was from the trip, amongst other things, riding around in a Benz. But Shanquella, who probably was doing better than any of them, is 6 feet underground. Like, make that make sense. I really don't understand how there's all of this supporting evidence that shows they all had something to do with her death, whether it be administering the blows, refusing medical assistance, or withholding information that could have potentially helped this girl to survive. Like, there's something that everyone could have been charged for, amongst other things. But what seems to be the most perplexing to me is how allegedly Elise is just strutting around without a care in the world in the heart of where all of this originated from, right? Because obviously whatever beef they had with Shanquella definitely started before they ever got to Mexico. So the fact that she's not too far from Charlotte and she's just out there living her life, doing what she do, and then on top of that, you work at a medical facility where people come for medical help, attention whenever there's a problem, but yet there was a major problem in Mexico and you didn't do a thing to help at all. At least that's what we can assume, because we still don't know who that alleged female was that was being reported intervening in the beat up or the assault of Shanquella. So I sincerely hope it was Elise, but based on that evidence with the nails that we discussed in a previous video, I find it hard to believe that the person intervening was in fact Elise, because there was a female who stood by and recorded along with the male who was recording as well, and that female seems to be Elise, which means that the only other female left in the room would have been Winter to come from wherever and try to intervene. But in any event, this is all I have to share with you guys. There still haven't been any updates, as Brandon said, from FBI, US, or Mexican authorities. So all we can do is continue to pray for the family, cross our fingers that something happens before the end of this year, and I will try to at least give y'all one video a week or every other week, you know, provided there's information to share to help keep Shanquella's name alive. On another note, we have our holiday series also starting today as well, so I'll be uploading a true crime story every day for 12 days leading up to Christmas. And the motive or the mission behind that is that some of the stories are unsolved cases. So by me retelling the story, hopefully it can come across someone with fresh eyes who may have information regarding a case that may not have seen it otherwise. And hopefully it can help bring some closure to a family out there who didn't get it yet. So that's the little mission behind that series. So if you want to follow up with the cases that I'll be talking about, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And as always, don't forget to share, like, and I will see you all in the next episode of Evil Strikes. Take care.